Do you need help writing better patient notes? Writing patient notes during a visit can often be time-consuming and distracting. And while this is true, it doesn't mean you can skimp out on writing down a patient's information while you're caring for them. Instead, you need to figure out a note-taking format that reduces charting time, allows you to engage better with patients, and makes optimizing your patient info easy. I'm Alex with Jotform, and in today's video, we'll examine the popular SOAP note format and how you can use it to better your healthcare practice. Let's get into it. The SOAP note format is an acronym. Its letters stand for Subjective Data, Objective Information, Assessment, and Plan. These steps detail how you can effectively gather and organize your notes for a patient in order to give the best level of care possible. Let's dive into SOAP. The first part of the SOAP note format is S, which stands for Subjective Data. Subjective data is all of the information you can gather from your patients. This means everything a patient tells you, like their symptoms and family history. When taking notes of subjective data, stay on topic and include these important details. Be concise. Don't write down every single thing your patient says verbatim. Instead, use keywords that describe their problem or the relevant details they're telling you. Next, stay on topic. It's easy for patients to get off topic and add information that may not necessarily be relevant. Be selective about the details you write down. Last, put different medical problems in separate sections. Writing all of them in one area can get confusing when looking at notes later. Separating issues can help you keep track of multiple health concerns. The next part of the SOAP note format is O, which stands for Objective Information. This information is gathered through objective examination or a test. Physical examinations, lab results, vital signs, and other test results fall under the objective information umbrella. Your main focus when collecting objective info is to be as accurate as possible. In order to do that, make sure to take note of every test you order and run. Even if you have inconclusive tests, you want to include them. You should also write down exact numbers and details so you can reference them later if necessary. Once your examinations and tests have been completed and information has been correctly recorded, it's time to write down your diagnosis. This brings us to the next part of the SOAP note format. The A is for assessment. This part of your note-taking may be difficult as some test results aren't definitive without further testing. In order to fill out this section of your notes appropriately, you can do two things. First, organize your diagnosis. If a patient has multiple problems, make sure to include all of their health concerns and issues. Second, write down any possible diagnosis if you can't confirm one yet. You may need more evidence, so writing down the plausible diagnosis is helpful. This is where the next and final step comes in. P is for plan. And that's exactly what you need to put together in order to continue your care. This could look like sending your patient to a specialist, getting more tests, or following a specific treatment plan. Whatever plan you decide is best for your patient, you'll implement these basic aspects. Do your part in following the plan. Perhaps you need to order more tests, prescribe medication, or give a patient a follow-up call. You'll also need to update your plan as their health situation progresses. As test results come in and treatments are implemented, you will likely need to change your patient's plan. And in just those 4 easy steps, your SOAP note is complete. Charting your patient's conditions with SOAP notes means your patient information is more readily accessible and organized. With a more organized note-taking system, you'll be able to create informative notes and provide your patients with the excellent care they deserve. If you want some help creating your SOAP notes online, check out Jotform's HIPAA-compliant online forms. You can customize them to fit your practice and ensure that they're HIPAA-compliant. A win-win for any healthcare professional. Note-taking isn't the most exciting part of being a healthcare provider, but that doesn't mean it's not immensely important. Ditch non-standard note formats that unnecessarily complicate your note-taking process and instead use the simple SOAP note format. Your practice and patients will reap the benefits. Let's do a quick review. The SOAP format name is an acronym, so it makes remembering this note-taking process easy. The S stands for subjective data, which is the info your patients tell you. The O stands for objective info, which is what info you can measure via testing and examinations. The A stands for assessment, which is the diagnosis for the patient. And the P stands for plan, which is what you'll create for your patients and continue to assess as the situation progresses. Thanks for tuning into Jotform. I'm Alex, and we'll see you again next time.